Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Open Word Christian Ministries Inspiration Corner. My name is Gary Taylor, and today I want to talk to you about something that I believe you'll be interested in. It's called Drop Your Rocks. You know, so many times in the church, people have tendencies of bringing stones. They worship with them, they pray with them. Stones means a lot of things in the Bible. A stone in the Bible can mean strength. It can mean stability. It can mean durability. But just like it means good things in the Bible, stones can also mean something totally different. You know, when I think about the woman that was caught in adultery, the religious leaders, the Pharisees and the scribes, had stones in their hands. Why? Because back in that time, the religious leaders took the law very seriously. They felt that by stoning somebody, which was something that they did if somebody was in sin in some type of way or did some type of crime, they thought that stoning them was the best way. Well, these religious leaders thought the same thing about this woman. And they came to Jesus and said, this woman was caught in adultery. Now, the law of Moses says that when this happens, she needs to be stoned. Well, I believe we need to drop our stones. And I'm going to tell you why. This woman, yes, she was caught in adultery. Yes, she was caught in a sinful state. But how many times have you and I been caught in a sinful state? You know, stone here, unlike what I shared with you earlier, it represents judgment, it represents punishment, and it also represents death. Stoning at that time was capital punishment in ancient Israel times. But I'm telling you, Jesus did something that was so miraculous. Let me tell you what he did. He looked at them. He said, for those of you that have no sin, let them cast their first stone at her. There was a silence. And then from the youngest to the eldest, they started dropping their stones. Now I'm going to tell you something. We need to drop our stones in the church. The stones of judgment. You know what? We'll criticize somebody else for doing something when we got our own issues that we're dealing with. And I believe we're living in a time right now that God is calling us to drop our stones. Don't drop them when it's convenient, then pick them back up when you feel it's the right time to do it. Everybody has issues. Everybody has things that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And Jesus says one thing to this woman. He tells her, go. First of all, he said this. He said, woman, where are thine accusers? She said, Lord, they're all gone. He says, I tell you what, go and sin no more. He didn't go through a whole bunch of changes. He said, you know what? Just stop doing what you're doing. I tell you right now, let's drop these stones. Let's stop stoning people. From the pulpit to the door, let's stop stoning people. Let's get rid of our stones, and let's just start walking in the love of God. That's the time I have for you today, right here on Inspiration Corner, to do what? Inspire you with the Word of God as we get to know God, grow in God, and go in God. I'll see you Sunday morning. Bye-bye.